everyone. I'm so excited to be back to tell you a new story. Oh, you're probably wondering about my beard and my ears. Well, today I'm going to tell you a story about the big bad wolf. And I thought maybe we can get into costume a little bit, kind of have a little fun. So if you've got really short hair, I figured you can make your own beard, cut the bottoms off so you have a little beard to play with. Or if you've got long hair, you can make your own beard and just get a little rubber band and tie it around your, like right by your chin. And then you got your own little beard. And I found these ears in my costume box, or you can make yours. But in any case, we can have a little bit of fun. And this story is a little bit different. It's not the same story you always know about the big bad wolf. This is the true story of the Three Little Pigs, as told by John Seska and illustrated by Lainey Smith. And it's told by A. Wolf. Now, everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. Now, I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault. Wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. I mean, if cheeseburgers were cute, well, folks would probably think you were a big bad wolf. But like I was saying, this whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, and that's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed, a great sneeze, like, you do this. Achoo! And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been there the whole time. Well, it seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there on the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Well, I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went on to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. Well, I rang the bell on the stick house, and nobody answered. So I called, Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away! You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Well, I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. Ready? Achoo! And you're not going to believe this, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. And when the dust settled, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as second helpings, yeah. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. Now, this guy was the first and second little piggy's brother. Well, he must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. Oops, sorry, there's still more. Well, I knocked on that brick house. No answer. So I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf, and don't bother me again. Oh, well, talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me a little cup for my dear old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. Well, I was just about to go home and make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. Well, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Ready? Oh, achoo! Then the third little piggy yelled, and you and your old granny can sit on a pin. Oh, well, now I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when someone talks about my granny like that, well, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down that pig's door. The whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and, well, making a real scene. Oh. The rest, as they say, is history. The newspapers found out about the two pigs I had had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down stuff. And they made me the big bad wolf. Oh, well, that's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But, well, maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar, perhaps? The end. And that is the true story of the three little pigs. Bye, everyone. See you next time.